Hello there, and welcome to another episode of the Relationship Reset podcast. And once again, this is we officially saying Happy New Year. I know it's been a while, and I know you missed us. We also missed you. But we are here live to bring you gists, to bring you information about relationships. And please follow us on Rights Life Media or share on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe, and also share. So today, we'll be discussing something very interesting, and I know that many families face this, many married couples, many courting couples, engaged couples face this, and sometimes they are not, they don't have the courage to talk about it. So today, we want to hit the nail on the head. And what are we talking about? We're talking about third parties in marriages, in relationships generally. And today with me in the studio, we have Barrister Hansen Olugbenga-Ayoola. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hansen Olugbenga-Ayoola. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You're welcome. It's nice having you in the studio. And also, by my right, we have a very beautiful woman. Please introduce yourself, ma.
My name is Mrs. Favour Okunola.
All right. I'm sure you had them. Both of them are married. So that tells you that they are experienced in this marriage thing. So today, my guest, you're welcome once again.
Thank you.
Third parties in relationship. What's your perspective? Let me start with the ladies first. Third parties in relationship. What do you think about it? If somebody tells you third parties in relationship, what comes to your mind?
Okay, for me personally, I do not subscribe to third parties in relationship, especially based on the fact that aside from people that we see as mentors that also have their boundaries,
okay,
and probably spiritual leaders that will all have boundaries. Aside from them, I do not subscribe to third parties in marriage. Marriage is supposed to be a union of two people coming together to figure things out, make their mistakes, learn from their mistakes. So anything going contrary to that, I do not subscribe to it.
All right. Okay, so that's your view. So let's have your view, sir. Let's listen to what you have to say on that.
Yeah, just like Pastor Favour said, marriage is especially about two people. It's exclusively a relationship between a man and his wife.
Now, his wife.
If we don't get married in a vacuum, we get married within a societal context, which means there are other parties that have stakes within the marriage.
True.
But like you said, those such stakes must be governed by boundaries. And it is up to the couple to set their boundaries. The people will not set boundaries for themselves. In fact, somebody said yesterday in the meeting, another meeting, that when you set boundaries, you set it for yourself, not for other people. Which means that nobody from outside is going to set boundaries for your marriage. A couple has to come together. This is how far we allow anybody to come, and you have to, everybody's role that is outside marriage has to be defined. So if the person is a mentor, we know. If it's a friend, we know. If it's an acquaintance, we know. If it's a business partner or professional advisor, we know too.
Okay.
So everything has to be defined, and those definitions will govern the boundaries. So that's what I believe.
All right. You mentioned something that if the person is a friend, we know. Okay, we're going to start this very simple. There's one person at work. I'll use the workplace scenario now. There's one person at work who understands, let me say, okay, your spouse. Let me direct this to you, sir. Who understands your spouse, encourages her, checks up on her, give a lot of professional support. And sometimes the person, you feel like the person, it's assumed that the person knows you more than you know your spouse. Of course, there's no cheating. There's no, sometimes talk about work, just about, their wins, they celebrate their wins. And it's beginning to feel like, okay, this person knows my wife more than I do. How do you think a man should handle that?
Yes, a man is a protector. So a man also has a role to create boundaries within his household. And a man has to be vigilant enough to understand that even when things look harmless on the surface, there's a potential for harm, and based on that potential, you don't wait for that harm to happen before you take action. So it's always a good idea when you feel uncomfortable for something to call the attention of your spouse that, we have agreed together to set certain boundaries, and these boundaries are beginning to get eroded. I know that you don't mean any harm, and it's not that I don't believe in you, but when boundaries go, mistakes and errors can occur, and it's your role as a man to bring that up.
It's your role as a man to bring that. Okay, let me start with you, man, like this. Is emotional intimacy with someone outside your marriage cheating?
Yes.
No sex. You didn't go to the hotels.
A big yes.
Why would you say that, ma?
It's messy. on its own suggests a level of closeness, a deep level of closeness.
Very true.
And you're not talking about emotional intimacy. Emotional intimacy is supposed to be shared between the husband and the wife.
Sometimes we don't plan these things and they just come and you find yourself being...
And you won't find yourself from it. That's the truth now. You found yourself there. Retrace your step. It's as simple as let's not make it look like women are all overly demanding. As a man or as a woman, you are able to sense when you're getting too attached to a person. It probably might have started as a harmless conversation, but immediately immediately you sense that it has gotten beyond hi, hello. You're supposed to retrace your step. But sometimes, because we are trying to accommodate, there's no harm, it's just a friend, we continue. At the end of the day, you're assuming because you're not cheating, you're not having... In fact, sex is something, it's even rare for you to happen now, because other things would have happened that has destroyed the home even before the sexual act. So for me, I believe that emotional intimacy with anybody aside from your wife is cheating.
Okay, emotional intimacy with anybody aside from your wife.
Sorry, I want to add this.
Okay.
While you were asking Barrister about the relationship with somebody that person feels like you now know him more.
Better than your spouse.
Now, okay, for me personally, let's say during the courtship period and during when you get married, your spouse definitely has other friends that the person had, probably work colleagues that they've been working together for probably over 10 years. And then probably I just came in the scene, we did courtship probably 2 years max, and then we were married 2 years, that's 4 years. Definitely that work colleague might know a lot about my husband, of which I might have not known in the space of 4 years. You get that can happen. But the minute I begin to feel like somebody else knows my husband more, that the knowing of your husband.
Wouldn't that be like you projecting your insecurities?
No, you're not projecting. In fact, I'm supposed to project my insecurity to my husband. I'm supposed to let him know that I am insecure about this relationship and I should feel safe.
But I don't think that's the fault of the man that you are insecure.
No, if you have a 10 years relationship with somebody and there's no big deal with it. I have a 4 years relationship with you, but my relationship with you is more intimate. Now, there are things the person would know, definitely, but no matter how close their relationship is based on work, it is not meant to make your wife feel insecure. The minute she begins to feel insecure, it means that that's gone beyond work relationship. And that's a signal for you to, immediately she begins to express her concerns that, I'm not.
What if the woman is just overly jealous? Like, she's just reading meaning to things that are not really there.
And maybe we will talk about the things that she's really the thing most men do is that they waive a woman's feelings. When she raises concern, it is your duty to clear those concerns. She said, I don't like the way you're talking to this lady late into the night. I'm so sorry. I'll try and ensure that my calls doesn't go. She's not raising it because she does not love you. She's raising it because somebody is staying. That night is when they're supposed to be cuddling. You are talking.
Well, the friend probably just needed some
she should
emotional
get it
consolation.
She should not have. She should get a relationship. That's anyway.
All right. Okay. So, do you have anything to say as regards what she has said?
The thing about emotional intimacy is that it connotes a level of exclusiveness.
Exactly.
And the thing about exclusiveness is that you are excluding your spouse. You have something that you are enjoying. You have something that you enjoy that your wife is excluded from, or your husband is excluded from. And that is what makes it wrong. You are enjoying something that you are not willing.
Sometimes the man that is not giving the space, like
you're not willing to bring. You're not willing to bring your spouse into it, and you're enjoying it, and it's another woman or it's another man.
Why should you be enjoying?
So that is where it's cheating. Anything that I'm having more fun doing this with this person, and I'm deliberately excluding my wife from it.
It's a
red flag. It's not. It may not have risen to the full level of cheating in the definition that we know it. But at least it's inappropriate. At the very
so for you it's cheating.
Yes, it's cheating.
At the very minimum, it's inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
Yes.
All right. So I want us to leave colleague out of all of this, maybe friends and all. I want us to talk about third parties in terms of family members. Maybe my husband's elder sister, take for instance, and she's trying to, she wants me to see what, we're not talking about even emotions here. We're talking about emotions in that way. We're talking about emotions in the fact that in the place that, my husband listens to her more than he listens to me, or ask for ideas before he asks.
You should marry her.
He's still a third party. Probably because he respects her, maybe because he feels like she's wise.
I'm done.
He has not said that. He has not said that. And the woman is, okay, I don't want to be the wife that is separating the husband from his elder sister. They've been together for a very long time. I know at some point we as married men, we have that kind of issues around us. And the other one is feeling like, is my sister now. She's older than you are. She's probably wiser than you are. She's experienced, not wiser now. She's experienced. How do you expect a woman to undo that?
First of all, I think every woman should know herself and also project who she is to her husband before they get married. If you project a confident, intelligent woman to your spouse before you got married, he's able to trust your decisions, he's able to trust you when you give him suggestions. So if I've projected myself as intelligent
before even getting married,
I've offered you counsels and you've seen that it works, I should be wondering why things, especially things that concerns our home, if it's things that concerns the extended family, I can, that's not my business. You can discuss that with his sister and get whatever counsel. And if he seeks my advice, I would also share. But when it concerns my home, I don't care how experienced she is. In fact, he should even let me know that he's going to also ask her before he asks her. Because it's about me. It's not about him and her making a family. It's about me and him making a family. These decisions will affect my children. These decisions, so I should be consulted. In fact, I should be told about the problem. I should even be the one to suggest that, let's call sister. She might know one or two things. Okay, let's imagine during my first pregnancy, after I gave birth, and there were sometimes my baby was not eating well and all of those things. And I did not know who sent him. He now went to call his elder sister and asked her some questions, and he did it out of concern. That's because I did not know much about it. So one day he didn't even tell me that, I called her. So we're just discussing one day. I was like, I checked online, I saw this. One like, and this also even said this so that you can take this these particular things. Now I knew it came from a harmless position, but I was like, who sent you? Because for me, I felt like why I said so was that it's not your business. I would have been better because I've been speaking to her. She actually was the one that suggested something, but I just felt like he was too fast. Who said him?
He didn't even ask me if it was right by me.
He didn't even ask me like, let's ask sister now. Let's hear what she would say. You get, and normally I wouldn't have opposed it because I know that she knows better than me in that area. So for me, when it concerns the home, I don't care who the third party is or who the person is. It must be first deliberated between the man and the wife. Then when they now find maybe obstacles or something that they feel like they need an external, they decide together to say, okay, let's reach out to this person, let's do this, and not you doing it outside of.
All right, Barrister, I'll show you this question. Can a married man or a woman have an opposite sex best friend without risk?
If any relationship, you see, in my opinion, any relationship between two people of the opposite gender has some level of risk, but it becomes higher when you are keeping someone as best friend. Because what does best friend mean? We are closer than.
No, we get let's leave my way. I have ladies that say these days that I prefer to be friends with a man than with a woman.
Which is why you marry the man, and when you marry that man, I guess you take that position of your best friend. The thing is, it doesn't make sense to have somebody of the opposite gender, even of the same gender, that you consider
your best friend
than your husband. Now, I'm always mindful, very mindful when they say your husband has to be your best friend. I'm not sure that he has to be your best friend in that strict sense of you like the same things, you do the same things. We talk about knowing there must be mutual respect. But the thing is that you should not now situate the relationship in such a way that it comes before the relationship with your spouse, and that's what best friend means, really. That this friendship comes before anything else, and whether it's with a woman or with a man, there has to be boundaries. Because marriage is a covenant. It's more important than, the covenant is bigger than how you feel, what you like, what you enjoy. I understand the need for friendship, even with people of opposite gender. They need to feel like, okay, I'm still attractive. I can still listen to another person, but it's not, I don't think it's healthy. So have somebody of the opposite gender as a best friend.
Now, we're going to be talking to the third party now. Like we're seeing the third party right now. The third party considers, herself as a single lady, and she's bonding emotionally with a married man. And she's saying that, after I'm single.
Okay.
Now, this third party, are they innocent? Are they totally innocent of this thing?
Who told you? They know what they are doing. They know most of the aims. I'm sorry, I'm being dramatic, but most of these young, in fact, we have 100, because even with the,
you say that's probably not only young ladies, even older ladies.
The level of exposure we have now in terms of technology and all of those things, I bet you there is no lady out there that's having an emotional entanglement with a married man that does not know what she's into.
And maybe she's just.
I don't think there's any human being that's emotionally
entangled. I like the fact that
that will not be able to tell that, okay, this is how I feel, and this person is married, and if this person is married, then I'm crossing some lines that I'm not supposed to cross. I think we have just come to a stage in life now where people can morally compartmentalize and make rationalization.
Okay, what if she's she's like, okay, this person is my mentor, I'm the mentee, we are close, we go to work together, we do a lot of stuff together, he advises me, and I'm single. Like, it is not my fault that he's being attached to.
There are actually many single women that look at me as their mentor now. Like, I use myself as an example. But again, all these relationships must be governed by healthy boundaries. There's no reason for you to do things if you are mentoring somebody. Why are you getting emotionally entangled with somebody you're mentoring? There's nothing emotional about mentoring.
And I think a lot of the weight lies on the man.
Okay, because in this part now, it is the woman that is.
Can you explain how it lies on the man? I'm not saying I disagree.
No, what I'm saying so is, for the man that is married, he has a lot at stake. Your home. The lady does not have anything at stake.
And that's what I'm saying, that she's innocent in this.
No, she's not innocent, she's guilty. Don't put innocence there. She's not innocent, she's guilty. But she does not have anything to lose. Aside from the sense of, life.
Actually, she does have anything to lose, because, this triangle of the thing.
And that's what I'm saying.
The person that eventually loses out is the other woman.
The other woman as the wife.
No.
The lady
that's coming from outside. Because, yes, the wife is going to go through some pain while that nonsense is going on. But it gets to a stage that the man has to choose between the wife and the woman.
Some men will choose the other one.
I guess some men, but in most cases, men choose their families.
But wait, you
and they are left holding the bag, they are left on the outside looking in as well. I've seen it happen many times.
Okay, I've seen
most reasonable men are not able to, when the time to choose comes, they're going to choose their wife and
I've seen men should I say guilt trip now their wife and say, okay, it is God that has placed him in my life at this time, and I will not I'm not
even questioning the fact that God placed somebody in your life. It's what you
God is not out of
no, it is what you do with God might place somebody in your life for a purpose.
Yet it's like she does not have anyone.
You abuse the purpose.
Why? She do not have anyone. Why?
There is a difference between you don't have anyone, and I'm now standing as a mentor. I'm standing as a friend versus standing as somebody that is playing the role of somebody that should be dating. As a matter of fact, you are blocking the way of somebody else coming. Somebody.
I think there's this thing I usually like in this mentorship something. As much as there are some information that probably might be guarded that you might not necessarily want to share. I think if you're a man and you're mentoring a woman, your wife should be in the know. Like, maybe not, there's some details that might.
And some of them don't leave out their wife.
They have areas that you should mentor a woman in, for instance.
Their wives know.
Mentor somebody in intellectual development. Okay. I've always been the kind of person that a girl can walk up to and talk to about relationship matters. But that is very different from me now trying to position myself. And like you said, just like girls know what they are doing, the man knows what he's doing too.
The men know what they are doing.
So if you don't want to get entangled, yes, a girl can like you without you necessarily contributing or actively contributing to a girl liking you. But when you see that is happening, there are steps you can take to restrict it.
But in this case now, he does not want to alter because he knows that the moment you start taking those steps backward, She doesn't have anybody.
So who do you know?
She let her not have anybody. Then sometimes you let somebody not to have anybody. They also let you land in it.
You know the problem with this situation is that somebody's going to get hurt. Is it your wife that should get hurt?
But it feels like the wife should be matured,
matured enough to be.
She should understand that at this time we should encourage this lady.
Hey, they must stand in faith.
There are boundaries.
There are other women other young ladies that
it's more worse. It's worse when the woman is now silent about it. She doesn't want to hurt her husband. She doesn't want him to feel like, okay,
that's another conversation entirely.
I'm the one with insecurities.
That is the first thing I said from the beginning, that as a woman, when you are dating somebody, be firm about who you are. Don't be a woman that sees nonsense and close her mouth all in the name of you are trying to save your marriage. Marriage that will still be destroyed.
The table
Speak out.
I think everything should be based on respect. If you respect your wife,
you shouldn't do that.
You know when, even she doesn't talk, you know when she's not happy.
And we should talk.
And there's no need to gaslight somebody.
Don't need to say don't talk.
Okay, this girl, or this woman, I feel like you are getting too close to her. It can be unreasonable sometimes. I have seen situations where, maybe
why do you say it can be unreasonable at times? Like, I'm telling you that
you're talking to a client and your wife feels like your voice is too calm and too soft, and you're actually speaking on professional terms.
But the points are valid.
There's this movie that I saw. I'm so sorry I'm bringing it, but I wanted to just address something. You as a man, your mind, you're speaking calmly to the woman, nothing.
Yes.
But the signal the woman is giving to your wife is that I have him. I can get what I want from him.
My wife does not even know the woman.
She may not know the woman.
I'm not saying I'm talking about my wife so that let's
understand.
Because I'm talking about that movie that I saw. The lady was projecting that she could
have access to this person.
Yes.
No, this is different. I'm talking about a situation where, okay, I'm a lawyer. Let me give an example. I'm not saying this is my wife. I will also clarify this so that when the podcast comes out, I'm not explaining. You're talking to a client and you know that you just got the person out of prison and you're saying, okay, don't worry, be calm. If they arrest you, don't fight. Because the tone of your voice, your wife is saying, why are you talking to that woman like that? I'm not comfortable with that tone of voice. That's where it becomes unreasonable because you are just being professional. You're not supposed to be panicking along with your clients. In fact, some of those cases, that the client may be in trouble too, but you just want her to calm down. But because it's a woman, if you are talking like that to a man, they will not have any problem with it. But once it's a woman.
Yeah, but I also think too, if your wife is consistently projecting that she's insecure about
somebody or something,
or maybe constantly she's always having a fear when it comes to when you're talking to ladies or I think you must, your own job, I'm sorry I'm bringing the Bible into this, when the Bible talks about washing our wives or the woman with the word thing. So I think there's the part of the husband to consistently keep talking, keep telling her. There are words of affirmation that you consistently tell your wife, give your wife, that gives her a sense of security. For example, as a man, you see your wife, she will dress up in the morning, look all beautiful, and you will not compliment her. Then you will go outside, see one lady and say, oh you look beautiful. Even if there is nothing going on, she will say, all the dressing I dress at home, you do not see it, but you see outside, you are saying me. But if it's someone that
Barrister says as well.
You say, oh, you look beautiful. Oh, babe, when you cook that food, I liked it. Oh, positively, because it's what fuels our love. It's what fuels our ego that we have a husband that sees us. So if you're doing that consistently, if she sees you talking to a lady,
send good morning.
No, that's also an advantage. You can do that. But if she now sees, okay, for example, now I want to use my husband as an instance. I don't think there's any lady that I can see my husband talking to that will make me feel intimidated.
Okay.
Because first of all, I'm a secure person. I don't feel intimidated by anyone. If I look, you cannot do anything. Do you get me? But also because he has also consistent sometimes. I remember when we got married first, I used to forget to tell me. I will call him back. She did not see me. So he now knew that it was what I wanted. So he will tell me, sometimes in church, you will see him send me message. That shoe, that this.
Beautiful.
So if I hear you compliment somebody else, and I'm like,
we need to call him.
I have it in next second. So we must consistently as men give these words to our husbands, our wives, tell them I love you, oh you look sweet, you're beautiful, oh you have a spec. This one.
So I feel like the way it is in women is the same thing in men. So that person knows how to dress, and your husband is you have not even said
you also reverse it. Your husband about people knowing how to dress.
Yeah, I tell my husband you dress well. So that I'll tell him that if not that we're in church, what I would have done to you.
Come on.
Oh shit, baby.
I tell him. So if he hears me tell someone that is my friend, you look good, he knows I'm just talking. But when his own is, I add a lot of
paparazzi talk.
I'm like, Alpha. you're entering somebody's
All right. It's been a wonderful time. Of course, you know that we always have stories, but before we continue, I just want you to like, follow us, subscribe to our channels, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, every social media, we are there. All right. So I have stories and I want us to contribute, to the stories. Tolu and his wife had been married for 6 years, 2 kids, busy life, bills, stress, normal marriage struggles. Then Tolu just got promoted. New department, a new female colleague. Let's call her Ada. So Ada was brilliant, supportive. She's always saying, you handled that presentation so well. You deserve more recognition. Your ideas were amazing. A lot of encouragement.
Yeah.
And at home, his wife was tired from taking care of the kids. He himself does not help. He corrected him more than she praised him. She complained about money. She complained about his late nights coming. Ada listened. When the husband gets to work, tells Ada validated, Ada encouraged him. She started with, have you eaten? Did you get home safe? Then voice notes, private jokes, having lunches together, but no sex. Then one day, his wife found out deleted chats. When she confronted him, he said nothing happened. And technically, he was right. But his emotions had already relocated to where Ada was. So in this kind of scenario, I feel it's just normal life things. What exactly happened? What's the root cause?
Let me allow myself to, because I don't want to be emotional.
When you were asking that question, it got me a little bit emotional asking that question about
myself, right?
Yes. So deleted text always indicate that there's something to hide.
Thank you.
But really, it's just to shield the other person. Like, I don't want
shield him from what you are doing.
Like, I don't want this person to have trouble with me. I don't
shield that from what exactly are you shielding? What exactly are you shielding that from?
Like, okay, he texted me. I know that if my wife sees that thing, she may not feel totally cool with it.
I understand where you're coming from, but why are you entertaining text that you will have to delete? You have to hide from your wife
to be safe. To avoid trouble.
Why are you?
To avoid trouble.
Avoiding trouble is avoiding conversations that you'll have to delete. Because when they now find deleted text, you have to she can imagine something.
Should be to think something else.
And she has the right to fill in the blank. So she has to
like anything that comes to her mind.
Did she have sex with him? Did she even get pregnant for him? She did. Have they aborted together? She can fill in the blank.
And there's nothing he says that she will believe.
Because why are you hiding?
The text.
It's better to even be caught doing whatever you are doing.
So what's the root cause of their problem?
I think it's misplaced.
Is it the promotion?
Lack of transparency?
Is it the new colleague? Is it the wife that has her own personal issues?
No, the wife doesn't have any issue in this situation.
But she also would confront him and ask more than she praised him. Then Ada is there praising him and saying you deserve better. Ada is single, please, sorry, in this story. Is she a single lady? It was not specified if she's
the thing about it is that they both have issues, but the husband has gone about the way the husband chose to address the issue is wrong. She's feeling I substituted Ada for his wife tacitly. And that is the problem with the decision that the husband made. It's not that they don't have issues, but he has created another bigger issue from that issue now by engaging with the woman in a way that he will have to be deleting messages.
But for me, I don't see, maybe because I'm a woman, I understand what it means for a woman to stay with, okay, I just have one child, and only that girl alone, if I stay with her from morning to night, it's as if I was with 100 warriors at home. Do you get? So imagine then, I don't know if they have maybe house helps or something.
It's just her.
Exactly. Now, if your wife is constantly nagging like that, I feel like you should have sat down to say, okay, he cannot help. He said he's not helping.
Doesn't work. It's not that he doesn't want to, but work.
Exactly. So what do? You bring someone that can assist her with the chores. So if someone is helping her with maybe taking care of house chores and she just has to concentrate on the baby, then when you come back, check it, you will meet a different woman. She's stressed out. And you're coming late in the night.
I'm not downplaying the fact that she's stressed out, but the thing is that even if you bring 10 house helps, you cannot even...
No, but I disagree.
Let me say...
I disagree. Okay, finish.
Even if you bring 10 house helps, you cannot entirely eliminate stress from human life. Okay, this particular stress comes from she's overloaded with work.
Yes.
Stress can even come from the fact that you are working too hard in your office too. And there's no way your husband can.
No, I want us to stick to the basis of this story.
No, I'm just looking at dealing with stress in general.
Okay.
Even at that, there's a way a husband and wife should come together and address that stress without making the husband the wrong party for this. Because based on what happened now, the husband is extremely busy.
Yes, at work.
He's not in a position to help.
He's extremely busy, but he still finds time to go for lunch dates with Ada.
But that's
and even in the midst of those, if you not call her to say, oh, how you doing? How you handling the child?
Maybe if you call her, he's afraid that it's another.
He should continue to be afraid. Let me tell you something, Barrister. I know why I'm saying this about stress. I'm sorry, I might have to use my own personal story just to help us get this very clearly. When I gave birth to Yolanda, and my husband was telling me that we should get somebody to come stay with us because I was working and I still had my baby, and I was like, that time I was scared of all these things, and they'll say, oh, somebody come and collect your husband. Okay. Yeah, and now all those things.
That's another thing.
No, so I said no, I don't want.
Okay.
By the time stress give me something,
I
said anybody wants to collect the husband should collect the husband. Bring somebody for me, and that's why my cousin had to come stay with me. Now, I still work, I still have to take care of my child, but knowing that there's still somebody at home that I can still talk to while all of those things is happening, she's helping me with all of this. In fact, for the last a month plus, my husband, because of the work he had to do, he comes home very late. I see sometimes he comes home by 11, like that late. You get, but because there's really like a support system for me, I still nag. Let's not take it away. I still nag, but yes, I'll still nag. Like, what kind of work takes you till 11? What kind of this? You get all of those things. But compared to it, if I just come back from work and had to be doing all of those things by myself without anybody,
the child, it
would have been worse. I won't ask him how was your day. Because I had a
because your own day self.
I won't ask him, oh, you wanted to do a project, how did it go? That girl that is projecting she has time on her hand. She might be a working class person too and all of those things, but she has time on her hand and she has an objective too. If not, what is your business with asking a married woman consistently how was your night? Are you sharing the night with him? Consistently asking let's face it. There are some questions that when they are repeatedly asked, it becomes a red flag.
Yes, that is a tough question.
This between the husband and wife first. That is a symptom of whatever.
I'm telling you that Ada consistently asking him how was your night? Are you okay? What is happening at your home? Is a red flag.
That is a symptom. That's what I'm saying.
She's a symptom or whatever, but she also has an agenda.
The thing about it for me is this. Your story is very, very specific. I know what people deal with because I've dealt with it in my line of work too. Now, under Nigeria, thank God you brought your own cousin. You have a cousin that is young enough.
Yes.
What most married women deal with is they're afraid to bring a mature woman in that are not related to that can take their husband. If you take a child, it's child trafficking.
Child abuse.
Someone that's too young. If you someone that is mature, it becomes attractive.
You can even get the one that will come and maltreat your child.
Yes.
When you step out, you begin to
beat
do
your child.
So now
we're dealing with that issue of, okay, I don't want someone that, and I don't want to be guilty of child trafficking. So that's why how some people end up in a situation where they are alone.
Yes, I get it.
And that's stress. There's a way to, I know that the natural thing is to nag. But the thing is that I'm trying to say they both have issues. When somebody nags, the person that's giving, because a man at a certain age, you always get compliment. Just like women, somebody will always ask you out, whether you're married or not. There will always be somebody interested in your husband. If you nag, you make a woman outside more attractive to your husband than she would normally be. That would normally be. So that is the only problem with. That's why I said these some of them that have to address the issues as a couple first. Let's assume that okay, they are not able to even find a solution from outside, that they have to find within them. That's what I'm saying. They don't get help. How do they address this issue without allowing an adult to look like a savior? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that is
stop his consistent conversation with Ada.
Even if he's not conversing, Ada is always conversing.
He should block her now.
They have work to do together.
No, work. Not have you eaten? How was your night? What happened between you and your wife?
Is it so bad? You see me and you now. Let's is it so bad for a co-worker to show concern? How was your night?
What kind of concern?
Consistently invading into his personal life as a voice note. That's a red flag for me.
What's his personal life? In voice note is when he went.
He's always asking him, how was your day?
You did well in that presentation. Wow, you aced that.
You know, like you're trying to boost work.
You did well in that presentation. See, Barrister, let's face the facts.
Like I've seen you preach before, and I said, I'm not trying to take it from your husband.
Consistent.
If you have told me, every time I ask you preach, I will tell you now.
No, there's a way. See, there's a way a lady communicates something that you yourself you know that
only intention.
Especially when the man also now sees her as somebody that he can confide in, he can talk to. For me, I believe that the wife should be someone the man can talk to. Yes, there are some cases that you might have to talk to someone else that your wife cannot necessarily be the person you're talking to. But especially when you even have problem at home, you're not seeing it that the next person available for you to be talking to is the other that is always asking questions, always showing care. It's not for me. The man is actually walking with his eyes open into a trap.
To a trap.
He's doing that intention. Shouldn't have. What I expected from him is probably maybe as demanding as the work could be, he could just ask for maybe 1 day off from his work. I don't think that can be so bad to us. 1 day off, come back home, sit with that woman, help her. Oh, let's clean, let's do this together. Just make her feel that it's just work that is making me a little
I see you.
I see you, appreciate what
and
you
I
do.
see what you do.
Sometimes my husband send me texts like, especially when I notice that maybe I bought one, might not be expensive, one fine sandals for you. Like, I see what you do for the home. Even if I'm heavy with the load, that simple text message, I would just smile and say, that's what we do for the family. But because he just took time out of the busy schedule to just
think
time
about
with
this
her.
person.
I see you, babe. I see what you're doing. It just work, but just know I have you at the back of my mind. Women are not hard to please. We are the ones complicating it. They just want small their brain has switched. But men, we're always looking at the fact that she's supposed to understand. I have deadlines. Does she not have deadlines? Does she not have her own career? Now look at how much take care of a child from morning to night. Do you think that woman does not even have her own goal? That means she has paused her own life,
her entire life,
doing it, sacrificing for the home. So you must consistently tell her that you're seeing her, that you appreciate what she's doing, and that Ada does not meet up. So don't delete that chat. Let her see it. And when she sees, she say, "Who is this?" She say, "Oh, it's a colleague called Ada." Don't mind her. Let her know. Project her like you are my queen. Put her as your screensaver. Let her see it and shut up.
But you know some women don't mind though.
That's
some Ada, if like put her, frame a picture on your
and that one is devil. Now call your pastor and deliverance ministry to cast her out.
Right. It's been a beautiful ride. Thank you, Barrister. Thank you, Pastor
Thank
Faith.
you so much for having me.
For being in us with the studio. So, bottom line of what you're saying, that most marriages don't collapse because of sex, they collapse because of emotional drift. That's where it starts from, emotional drifts. This person is drifting, the other person is drifting. It's not the act in itself that collapses the marriage. So like I said, we want to hear your response in the comment section. Keep it on, keep it on, keep it on. What do you think about third parties in relationships, in marriage or relationships generally? And like I said, please follow us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, on Right Life Media. Ocean. It's been wonderful to have you around. Thanks to our studio manager, to our producer in the house. We celebrate you. Thank you so much. We are hoping to have you once more on another episode. We'll send you our invitation. It's been a wonderful time. Thank you so much. I really learned. And Barrister, forgive me because you said I was emotional even as I was reading that story. I didn't know I was. But then it is what it says. So let's hear your responses. Let's hear your opinion in the comment section. So see you next time on another episode of the Relationship Reset podcast. Clock it.